So you're probably wondering, is Swagbucks legit? And if it is, how much money can you make from it? Well, I'm here to answer all of your questions. Hey guys, it's Tom here from Save the Student with our review of Swagbucks. Now in this video, I'll be running through what Swagbucks is, if it's legit, plus all the ways you can make money from it, and stay tuned to the end because I'll tell you just how much money you can make as a Swagbucks member. So first up, what is Swagbucks? Well, primarily it is a survey site. Now, lots of big brands use Swagbucks to essentially do market research. And then obviously these companies then pay Swagbucks, a sum of money. When you complete a survey, you get a slice of that money. And this money is paid to you as Swagbucks. Now, you can then redeem your Swagbucks for gift vouchers at a whole load of major stores or as PayPal credit. Now, generally speaking, 100 Swagbucks equals $1, but obviously there are conversion rates to consider. So I'm in England, I use pounds. So the conversion rate of 100 Swagbucks might not always necessarily equal £1 depending on the exchange rate. But it's also good to know that surveys aren't the only way to make money on Swagbucks. We'll go through them all later, but fundamentally I would say Swagbucks is just a website for making money through extremely simple tasks. So then you might be wondering, well, you're making money from extremely simple tasks. Is it too good to be true? So to put it simply, yes, Swagbucks is legit. At the time of recording this video, their Trustpilot has over 33,000 reviews and the rating is currently 4.3 out of 5, which all things considered is a pretty good rating. But it's not just Trustpilot. Obviously, I've signed up to the website, I've used the website, I can confirm it's legit, but we also know that hundreds, if not thousands of people have signed up through Save the Student and have made money through the site as well. Now, I won't lie, if you see other videos saying that you can make hundreds or thousands of pounds a month from Swagbucks, they're probably stretching the truth a little bit. This is not a website that's going to make you a millionaire. It's more of a website to make a bit of extra money on the side, be that on the side of your part-time job, or on the side of studying or whatever else it is that you do. So don't expect to make millions and millions from Swagbucks, but instead just see it as a way to kind of top up your income. And we'll cover it later in the video, just how much money you can make. Okay, so now we know what Swagbucks is and we know that it's legit. Let's get to signing up. Now, one thing I would absolutely recommend doing is signing up using our special referral link, which you can find in the description below. And if you do use our link, I'd recommend signing up on your desktop or laptop and not on your mobile, just in case it doesn't track properly and then you don't get the bonus. So I'm going to do it via the deal page on our website, which outlines the details of the offer. So at the moment, at the time of recording, you can earn a £20 Amazon voucher, which works out as the £10 that you earn in points and then the £10 bonus you get for signing up through us once you've earned those £10. Now, we'll just click on the sign up for free link. You won't need to click I have a sign up code because it's already tracked, so just click the terms and conditions and then let's go. Now it comes up with a warning, first of all, about the important things to know about taking surveys. Basically what this means is you might not qualify for every survey based on the characteristics or the information that you give them, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. If you tell them that you're a single man, with no children, then they're obviously not going to give you surveys about what it's like to be a mother raising a child. So when you start on Swagbucks, you will need to answer this initial survey that it says right here, the one where we say go now. And then it'll be very basic questions in this first survey. So asking you what gender you are, for example. But again, you will want to answer these honestly because you want more relevant surveys to come to you later on. Otherwise you'll just get screened out and you won't be able to earn any money. So I've saved you having to look at all the information I've input there for your sake and for mine. But this is the screen that you'll get at the end of the survey. It says here you've earned 5 Swagbucks, which for reference is probably a little bit less than you'll earn later on, but this is obviously just the intro survey. And it does also say I've unlocked some exclusive deals, which I wouldn't do right now. I mean, maybe later on, but just for now, let's focus on taking surveys. So we come back to the survey hub. And again, there's another prompt reminding you to verify your email address. So I will go ahead and do that now just to get it out of the way and earn that little 5 Swagbucks bonus. So once you've verified your email address, you'll be brought back to the survey hub and you'll have a whole new range of surveys that you can answer. Some of them paying several hundred Swagbucks, obviously taking a little bit longer, but the rewards are far greater now. So there you go, you're now a fully signed up member of Swagbucks. So let's go through all the ways that you can make money. Now, as I touched upon earlier, surveys are probably the main way to make money on Swagbucks, so that'll be the thing that we go through first. When you're on the survey hub here, you can see lots and lots of surveys. These can be about anything from, your shopping habits to your family circumstances to where you live in the country, any of these kind of things. But yeah, you can see there's probably 20 to 25 surveys on here, each one paying a different amount, taking a different amount of time. Now, if you're going to be smart about it, the best thing to do would be to do the survey that pays the most for the least amount of time. You can see there's one here, for example, that pays 25 Swagbucks for 5 minutes. There's one that pays 175 Swagbucks for 13 minutes. That's a pretty good return rate. There's one that pays 175 for 23 minutes, so not quite as good a payment rate. So we'll do this 5-minute one here. So I'm just going to very quickly take you through some of the little bits of this survey. I won't make you sit through the whole thing, but just to give you a flavor of what the survey is like, or what surveys can be like, I'm just going to show you a few kind of choice shots of what it's like when I'm filling it out. Which of these have I visited in the last year? Coffee shops, restaurants, cocktail bars. Yep. I live in the UK. Please, all the casual dining restaurant brands you can think of. Oh god, when you're on the spot like this, it's very difficult to think of anything. Okay, so it's just to click all the ones that I know. So, yeah, Honest Burger, Wagamama. Yeah, I'm familiar with all of them, so let's go. I have visited this brand in the last year. No, I haven't, but I have been before. So we're just going to go through Pizza Pilgrims here. We've had to do this for a couple of other restaurants already, but let's see what they say for Pizza Pilgrims. So do they do the right thing? Yes, 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 yes. And then it wants me to say, what way do you feel it behaves consistently? So yeah, I think all of the branches are basically the same. They all look the same. And that's the end of the survey. So it probably took me a little bit more than 5 minutes all in. But not that much more. Now, related to the surveys, but slightly different, is the daily poll, which you'll find on the left-hand side of the survey section. Now, this is just a very quick 5-second thing you can do to earn a really small amount of Swagbucks, but it's better than nothing. Here you go. It's just asking you what type of toothbrush do you use, manual or electric. You know, 1 Swagbuck for taking part, and you will get to view the results at the end of it as well. Submit my vote. And there we go. So apparently I'm in the minority. I'm the cool, trendy hipster one. Moving on, another way that you can make money on Swagbucks is to get cashback on your online shopping. In case you're not familiar with the process of cashback, basically it involves doing your online shopping via a cashback website and then earning a proportion of your purchase back afterwards. And it really is as simple as that. There's no other steps involved, nothing else you need to do. Just go to a cashback website, click on the link, shop, and get your money back afterwards. I mean, sometimes it can take a few days or maybe a few weeks or even a couple of months for the cashback to be tracked and paid. But once it has, that's it, you're golden. And all you've had to do is click through via a cashback website to earn a proportion of your purchase back afterwards. So let's take a look at getting cashback through Swagbucks. So you scroll down and you can see they have loads of big name shops on here. They have the Body Shop, Marriott, Very, loads and loads of big names here as well. Camilla as well. But just remember, these are the featured stores. These aren't every store they have on there. They also have some featured coupons as well. So again, Marriott, Body Shop, George, Very, and more big name stores below. Iceland, eBay, Argos, Asda. But one thing that's worth noting about Swagbucks cashback is that it is paid as Swagbucks. So rather than being paid in pounds or dollars or whatever currency you use, like you would get on other cashback websites, on Swagbucks, they are paid in Swagbucks, which means that often it won't necessarily track as the same amount of cashback as you'd get elsewhere. So if we take Bose as one example here, it says that you can get up to 2% cashback, and it says that you can earn 2 Swagbucks per £1. Now, this £15 bonus, this is actually quite a good offer. I think as a one-off, it's worth taking advantage of. But more long-term, let's look at the actual cashback you can get on a more regular basis. So here it says, yeah, earn up to 2% cashback, get up to 2 Swagbucks per £1 spent. And remember, it's paid as Swagbucks, not as pounds. So again, it might not always equate to necessarily 2%. So let's look for cashback in another location. As I mentioned earlier, there are lots of different cashback websites. Swagbucks is by no means the only one. So I think what it's worth doing is to compare the cashback offer that you can see on Swagbucks with the offers available elsewhere. So I've gone to Top Cashback and I found that their current offer for Bose is 6% cashback. So that's 3 times as good as the offer that you'll get through Bose, and with the added benefit of actually being paid in currency, or rather currency to your Top Cashback account, rather than Swagbucks. Now, that's not to say that Swagbucks is always worse than other cashback websites. In fact, I'd say that's probably not true at all. I'd say that Swagbucks almost certainly does have some offers which are better than other cashback websites. And I'd say that £15 offer that I showed a moment ago as a one-off is absolutely worth taking advantage of. But on the off chance that Swagbucks doesn't have a better offer than these other websites, definitely try looking at Top Cashback and Quidco, which are the other 2 big cashback websites in the UK. And if you go to the description box below this video, you will find our sign up links for both of those websites. If you don't want to search on Swagbucks every single time you want to do some shopping and you want to see if they offer any cashback, one really easy thing you can do is download the Swag button. You'll find this link to all over the Swagbucks website, and if you do decide to install the Swag button, A, you'll get a 25 Swagbucks bonus for doing so, and B, it will make the whole process of claiming cashback way easier. So if we just go ahead and install it now, go through to Chrome. Yep, we will add it. And now you can see that I've enabled the swag button on my browser. So you see I've logged in, it's showing me all the different featured stores on here. But let's head to the Bows website, because we know that they're offering Swagbucks Cashback right now, and just see what it looks like if you're on a website that does offer Swagbucks Cashback. So we get to the Bows website, and you can see, here we go, it'll pop up saying get 2% cashback, so let us click that. What it does is it opens up a new tab with the tracking in it. So if we go then to click on that second tab, and here we go, you get a little pop-up saying 2% cashback activated. Now you can just shop away and your cashback should track and land in your account. But that's actually not the only way to earn cashback on Swagbucks. So another thing you can do is submit receipts to get cashback. So if you click on Magic Receipt at the top of the screen, you'll get taken to the screen where it shows you all of the different products that are currently available to earn cashback on through Swagbucks. You can see here you got tropical lemonade, some tea, some non-alcoholic spirits, some kitchen roll, and you can earn a decent amount of cashback through this service. So, you know, you're looking at 400 Swagbucks, 115 Swagbucks, not nothing. But it is worth noting that a lot of the time these Swagbucks won't cover the cost of the purchase, so it's definitely not worth buying the product just to get the Swagbucks. But it's not nothing, and it's definitely worth claiming the Swagbucks if you're going to buy the product anyway. So let's say, for example, that you wanted to buy the kitchen roll. We'll tell you that you can shop in store at any of the following locations that earn Swagbucks. So in this instance, you can only shop at Tesco.com to get cashback. Let's pretend we were going to buy it. So we click add to list, and you can see it's been added to your list in the top right. So once you go to submit receipt, it will ask you what shop you went to. Well, there's only one option here, so let's pretend I went to Tesco.com. It will ask you when you bought the product. Again, let's just pretend it was today. How many did I buy? Done. Now, obviously, I've not actually bought anything, so I have nothing to upload. But if you do, and you do upload a receipt, then it might take a bit of time to verify that the receipt shows what you say you've bought. But other than that, you're good to go, and you should receive your cashback pretty soon. And of course, Swagbucks is by no means the only service offering cashback on your grocery shops. They actually have an entire guide to supermarket cashback apps, which you can find the link to down in the description. Another interesting way that you can earn Swagbucks is to download apps and games. If you go to this section of the website, you'll see loads and loads and loads of games for your phone. A huge selection. And some massive rewards for different ones as well. So you look at some of these, you can get close to 6,000, over 7,000 in some cases. I mean, this could be enough to earn a voucher just by itself. I mean, you look down here, there's 17,000 Swagbucks just for one game. But if you look into the details, it's not quite as simple as just downloading it. So if you look at the details on this one, here you go. So it says you need to complete mansion level 10 to earn 100 Swagbucks. And then there are all these other conditions here. So unlocking different star vigilante levels. I've not played the game before, so I don't know how difficult this is. But the fact that the rewards are so high would suggest it's probably not the easiest thing. And crucially as well, it says in-game purchases and upgrades are available. Now, I would say it's generally not worth it to spend money within a game just to earn Swagbucks. And in a lot of these cases, you might find that it's pretty much impossible to get to that reward level without spending the money in the first place. So again, try to avoid these if you can. If you look at other options, so we've got one here, brain test. Now it says if you reach level 250 within 7 days, you'll get the 200 Swagbucks reward. Now, that's maybe not the easiest thing in the world. Again, I don't know, but it could be worth doing if you're looking at playing the game anyway. And I think that's the ethos to have going forward with this kind of thing. If you're interested in playing the game and it won't cost you any extra, then absolutely do it. Earn some Swagbucks along the way. If it looks like you're going to have to spend money, make in-game purchases, probably best to steer clear. If you want to earn some Swagbucks by playing games and don't want to download anything, well, there is some good news. You can just play games on the Swagbucks website. So if you go to the play section of the website, again, it will offer you a tour. Ignore that because I'm going to do it for you now. And then scroll past the bit where it says games for your phone. That's just the bit that we covered a moment ago, the things that you can download. And you want to go down to free games. Now you'll see here, you can only earn up to 10 Swagbucks, so it's not huge numbers, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. And there are a couple of well-known popular games on here, like 2048, for example. But I fancy my chances on the word search, so let's give that a go. Today's one is themed on Beethoven. Fun. Interesting. So there's orchestra straight away, I can see it. Well, there's Beethoven himself down there. Here's the last word. Can I find it? Here, piano. There we go. And there we go, completed. So I saved you having to watch me fill out the entirety of what is essentially a child's word search. But rest assured it was very easy and, dare I say, even a little bit fun as well. And obviously I earned 2 Swagbucks for doing it. But the really lucrative way to earn money playing games on Swagbucks is through Swagbucks Live, which is a live quiz app on your phone with quizzes taking place every weekday. Now, this is a bit like HQ Trivia, which you may have played in the past, but basically it's a knockout quiz of 10 multiple choice questions where you get 10 seconds to answer each one. And each question tends to be a little bit harder than the previous one, and if you get one wrong, you're out of the game. But if you make it to the end and answer all of the questions correctly, you get to win the jackpot or share it with anyone else who did the same thing. Now, this can be several hundred or even $1,000 paid in Swagbucks. Bear in mind that it does take place on American time, so if you live elsewhere like I do, you'll have to stay up pretty late to take part. If you don't fancy staying up too late, you can do the daily trivia challenge at any time that you want. Now, this follows a similar format to the main quiz. You have 10 questions, you get 10 seconds to do each one, but crucially, you don't get knocked out if you get a question wrong. You can earn up to 10 Swagbucks doing this, or a little bit less if you get some questions wrong. If you enjoy doing trivia like I do, it's a great way to earn some extra Swagbucks. Possibly the easiest way to make money from Swagbucks is to refer your friends. So head to Refer and Earn, and you'll see straight away that you can earn a 300 Swagbucks bonus when the person that you refer earns 300 Swagbucks themselves within the first 30 days. But you'll also see that the big winner here is that you'll also earn 10% of their Swagbucks earnings for the lifetime of their account. So essentially you'll be earning Swagbucks for doing basically absolutely nothing. Plus, you can also earn a 100 Swagbucks bonus if somebody you refer adds the swag button via your referral. So those are really pretty substantial rewards for very, very minimal effort. Moving on to Swagcodes, which are basically specific strings of numbers or letter, which if you find them, you can then redeem to earn Swagbucks. These codes are usually hidden, and there are a few different ways you can find them. So if we're looking through the Swagcodes page here, you can see that, for example, one of the ways in which you can claim or find Swagbucks codes rather is through the Swagbucks mobile app. So if you download the app, you could get a notification when there's a code and you'll be directed to find it. And it says here as well, it might direct you to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or another one of their social medias. So on that note, let's head to their Facebook and see what we can find. So you can see here, swag code alert, click the link below to find your stealth swag code. Now, I've missed a deadline on this one, so that one's on me and I won't click it. But you do get lots of these types of posts. And then the final way to find swag codes is through the Swagbucks Live app. So they'll share the swag code with the featured deal of the day at the end of the game. Similar to downloading games, you can also sign up to services through Swagbucks to earn rewards. So looking on their page, again, lots and lots of offers. But again, you'll want to avoid the ones that require you to spend any money to benefit from them. So for instance, there's still here a HelloFresh. You get 50% off your first HelloFresh box, earn 800 Swagbucks. You still have to spend money on that first HelloFresh box. So the chances are that the money you'll be making back won't cover the cost, so essentially you will still be spending money. So again, it's best if possible to just stick to the free offers, like for example this one from Experian. As it says here, it does not require a purchase, so you get to find out your credit score and earn 750 Swagbucks in the process. So again, if you stick to the free ones or the services you are absolutely going to sign up to or buy, then you'll only ever be in profit. And there is one final way to earn Swagbucks, albeit a fairly small amount, is the daily bonus. So you can find it at the top of the screen wherever you are on the website really. It will tell you all the steps that you need to complete to earn the daily bonus. Now, obviously I've been filming this video, so I've done pretty much all of the things, but you'll get 2 Swagbucks for completing 6 items and 7 Swagbucks for completing all 8. But I'd say it's not worth doing all 8 things to get the bonus. Daily Discover and Deal of the Day will probably involve you having to spend a bit of your own money, and the extra bonus that you'll get for doing those things will not match what you have spent. So try to avoid doing all of them unless you really want to. So how much money can you earn from Swagbucks? Well, if you listen to Swagbucks themselves, they'll say that the average user will earn between $2 and $4 a day, or about $50 a month. But obviously there's a big element of just how much time you put in. Obviously the more surveys you do, the more apps you download, the more games you play, all of these kind of things, the more you do them, the more Swagbucks you will earn. But you can also be more smart with your time. So for example, you could spend half an hour doing a survey that pays 10 Swagbucks, or you could spend 10 minutes doing a survey that pays 150 Swagbucks. And this kind of principle can apply across the site. So if you're more intelligent with your time, you can get more bang for your buck, or more bang for your Swagbucks. And in terms of what these Swagbucks can actually get you, well, the best way to work this out is to look at what you can redeem or buy with your Swagbucks. So at the time of filming this video, lots of vouchers were on sale, which basically meant that the value of a Swagbuck was equivalent to about 1 penny. So looking at the list of vouchers available, you can see that a £25 PayPal credit costs 2,500 Swagbucks, a £15 Amazon voucher costs 1,500 Swagbucks, and a £50 Tesco voucher costs 5,000 Swagbucks. But obviously these are on sale, and in normal times the value of a Swagbuck, it seems, would be closer to half a penny, so it's definitely worth waiting waiting until there's a sale on if you want to redeem your credits. And naturally, the best option would be to withdraw as a PayPal credit or a MasterCard credit, because these mean that you can spend your money wherever you like, rather than being limited to, say, one store like John Lewis or Tesco. So as you can see, given that most surveys typically pay a few dozen or maybe a couple of hundred Swagbucks, and the tasks that pay more are typically more time intensive or require you to spend some of your own money, it might take you a little while to accumulate the few thousand Swagbucks that are required to redeem vouchers. But remember what we said earlier, Swagbucks shouldn't be seen as a way to make loads of money very quickly. Instead, if you see it as a way to supplement your income from elsewhere or make a bit of extra money in your free time, then you could be onto a winner. So there you have it. That's everything you need to know about Swagbucks. So use the link below to get started with the bonus and leave a comment to let us know what you think. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for loads more like this.